Free throw shooting, it really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets.
Special. There just aren't many guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style. Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
That's his second personal.
Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now, around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
Irving kicks to James. And it's Love penetrating. Stolen by Thompson. And now Iguodala running the floor.
Nasty.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And Spates subbed in for Draymond Green. The drive by James. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Spates with a screen on Irving. And Curry, here we go. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Warriors ball.
Spates dishes to Iguodala. James kicks to Irving. Love outside. Irving against Curry. Back to Love. Lock at 6. LeBron kicks to Smith. Shoots it up. But they'll get another chance. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
That's his first personal.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Barbosa's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Iguodala outside. He dishes it to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Here's Livingston. And again, no good by Golden State.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Nice job, Cavalier girls. What do you say, fans? Keep it
They get a hand on it. And that...
ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Take a look at what Irving's done. He has 9 points and a steal.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what,
Agreed.
guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And
Here he comes, and there he goes.
look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
He's looking for Bogut and finds him. Open shot. Thompson takes a big high bounce and goes in. Thompson's got 9.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Warriors leading by 8. Curry against Irving. Inside. Here's Bogut. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can, a rugged player.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. Green, the screen. Curry attacking. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that deep. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's when he delivers the most.
Outside, Green. Here's Iguodala. And the shot is long. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's LeBron. And he banks in the layup. 11 points in the game.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
And the wide open shot from Green. Love grabs the board.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
It's stolen by Green. Curry passes it to Thompson. Back to Curry. A minute 20 left in the third. Shot clock at 6. Green, the screen. Iguodala. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And the Warriors with some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The drive by Shumpert. Mozgov wide open. He fires. Off target from the wing. Warriors leading by 8. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Whoa, whoa, that'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
.34 seconds left to play here in the third. Livingston kicks to Iguodala.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
He kicks it to Livingston. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
Bring it
sir.
down hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. The Warriors on top, up 9. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And the final period of play just about to start. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Irving in at the point guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And Spades has it in the corner. From the baseline. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points. Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point. That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
To the inside. Livingston passes to Speights. Shoots from the block.